Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. Can you hear me, Marissa? Because I had some issues with audio earlier. Are you able to hear me, love? Audio is great. Wonderful, wonderful. Good to hear. Yay. Because we had a little bit of a kerfuffle earlier with the audio that had never happened before. And it turned out that Obi, I don't know. And thank you so much for your, I'm assuming in the Garden Tarot, was that you just who made a donation? And Marissa, I noticed that you made a donation as well the other day. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh, where's my bell? I need to go get my bell. That is a travesty. I will go run and get my bell. Yeah, please confirm that you were the one who made the donation, Miss Garden Tarot. I believe that was you, and thank you so much. Just one moment, please. Thank you. That was not you. That was Suncard 8H. Thank you so much, love, and thank you to you, Marissa. Let me get this going and we will get started. I hope everyone's great tonight. So, and okay. I found out Vaughn had a baby with his girlfriend. Oh dear. I'm not mad or jealous. I just didn't know that was a thing. But I did have my suspicion she was pregnant. Vaughn is a very secretive person. Okay, okay. What's Vaughn's sign again? I'm sure you've told me, but I don't recall. Gemini. Okay, I was gonna say either Gemini or Scorpio we're talking here, huh? The two most secretive. Yeah. Okay. Um, Hi. Hey Harley, how are you doing, love? Good to see you. Girl, if you were on here early, I went live earlier and I was on for maybe like 5 minutes tops because the audio went out. It was so weird, but then I realized I had this program up for probably like up and running for like 3 months now nonstop, so that'll happen, you know what I mean? You're a Gemini too? Okay, okay. I'm a Gemini moon. I adore Geminis. They're one of my favorite signs. The girlfriend is a Scorpio. Okay. I just I know signs very, very well. I guess everyone can be super secretive, right? I don't think it matters what sign you are really at the end of the day, but Just things I've noticed in my studies of astrology. And it looks like what happened here? Felicia! Oh my gosh, Felicia! Thank you so much, sweetheart. Wow, thank you very, very much, Felicia. I really, really appreciate that. I mean, please, I hope you have some questions. Just some signs enjoy it more. That's an interesting observation there. I judge people off sun signs. I know, I try not to. I try my hardest to not be astrologically prejudiced. I try so hard, you guys. Like, I really do. Like, oh, thank you so much, Felicia. You have no idea. I'm gonna be sending you a message tonight, like, and you'll have an idea. Like, thank you so much. I'm gonna get verklempt here now. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you so much, Felicia. Wow. Thank you. That means a whole lot. Your Scorpio rising. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a little crazy over here at Starry Tarot. It was a little weird earlier. I was truly, actually, I'll be honest, I was truly scared. I was like, wait, is my, like, microphone on this computer broken? Like, oh dear. I was really, really scared. Um, so you're Scorpio rising. What? Yeah, I'm Libra rising. Um, yeah, and oh yeah, going back to what I was trying to say, I try really hard not to judge people by their signs because we are not defined by our signs. It is true, as a friend of mine once said, we are not defined by our astrological sign, our sun sign especially. Um, and and that's just the truth. I mean, I've seen so many variances in my life with different people's signs, and I'm sure you guys have too. Um, but yeah, no, it's always fascinating. So Marissa, so the girlfriend is a Scorpio. Do you know her name? We got Vaughn, and what's her name? And what is your question here? I'm gonna assume I'm assuming it's about, excuse me, the pregnancy. Bree, okay. One of my favorite drag queens, her name is Ms. Cracker, and I always thought it was like some self-deprecating racial thing, but it's not. Her name was initially Bree on a cracker, which I think is the cutest thing, Brianna Cracker. Like, get it? But there was already a drag queen in New York with that name, so she just changed it to Miss Cracker. She's hilarious. Ms. Harley, thank you so much for your donation, love. Let's go ahead and add you. And let me make sure, I've been having some issues with Cashapp, Harley. You don't have Venmo or PayPal, do you, love? I can accept Cash App if it's the only thing that you can donate with. Um, yes, and you sent it to the right one. Perfect. But if you do have an alternative means, I would love to refund you this, and if you could send it to my PayPal or my Venmo. But if you don't have that option, or if that's too much of a pain for you, that's fine. Thank you very much, love. And let's go ahead and add you. You don't have either of them. You're all good. You're all good, love. But thank you so much. We are all good. Okay, natural beauty. Added to the list. All right. All right, Miss Marissa. No, I don't. Does Vaughn still have feelings for me, or am I delusional? Okay. Okay. Does Vaughn still have feelings for you? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Things messages and spirit guides. Does Vaughn still have feelings for Marissa? Do you guys still talk? Or Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands reversed, the Devil, Page of Wands reversed, and Temperance. So I'm definitely seeing strong physical attraction. That can't be denied. With this Queen of Wands and the Devil, that is strong physical desire and attraction. Do I think that he has feelings for you? Let's talk about his feelings for a second. I don't think that they go that deeply for anybody. Like he may have gotten well, we know he got this young lady pregnant, Miss Bree. That doesn't necessarily mean that he has feelings for her. That also doesn't mean that it was intentional. Also doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that it was planned, and it doesn't mean that he inherently has feelings for her. I don't want to call him shallow, but emotionally I am getting that from him. Like I'm not getting like proud. Like I'm not like if he had only like I feel like he just doesn't have feelings. Because think about it this way: if he had feelings for her, he wouldn't be thinking about you in this very sexual way still. The Devil, this Queen of Wands, Temperance. Do you guys still talk to one another? Because communication is also coming through here too. Either you guys are still communicating, or he intends to communicate with you during her pregnancy and perhaps after. But in terms of emotions, the guy doesn't have a very strong grip on that with this Ace of Wands reversed and Page of Wands reversed. I'd say he has, girl, I'll tell you this. I'd say he has feelings for you in as much as he's capable of having feelings for another person. He never lets it get too deeply. Which isn't to say that it doesn't end up getting deep. I'm sure there have been points where he has felt very deeply for you, and I'm sure at those points he's probably pulled in the reins a little bit and pumped the brakes. You haven't talked to him in a week, okay? I don't think I think he's gonna ring you up. I think he's gonna text you or call you like pretty soon, probably within a week or so, maybe even within the next few days. I know there's been a disruption in the cadence and the rhythm of your communication, and I'm sure this has a big thing, a big aspect. This is a big part of it. But the desire for you is still very strong. I just wish that this guy had deeper emotions, deeper feelings. Yeah, in general. And no, you're not delusional. You're not delusional, Marissa. You are definitely not delusional. You're sensing his energy towards you, I'm sure. Despite the fact, again, that you haven't talked in a week, you can feel that there's still some kind of bind there, and that's that Devil right in the center. There is still an energetic bind that you are aware of. That's coming through. Yeah. So that is what I am seeing for you, Miss Marissa. Thank you very much for your donation. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your patience. I know you sent it a couple of days ago, and I haven't been on in a couple of days. So thank you for that. And you can always reach out to me, by the way, on Instagram if you need your answer quicker. Always, you can reach out to me on Instagram. I don't know if you're friends with me on there, but please be friends with me. Please be my friend. And if that ever happens where I'm just like not online and you have a question, I can always help you out. I've always got a deck on me. I just don't want to get attached to this person emotionally, so it's good to know his feelings aren't that deep. Yeah, I know that feeling where it's like, yeah, feeling reticent about growing attachments. Yeah, well, good to give you some clarity, love. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're very welcome, and I appreciate you too, love. Thank you. Sun Card 8H, thank you very much for your donation. Are you new to the channel? I don't know if I've seen you around before. Um, here. Primrose! This is Deb. It's only showing usernames. Oh, that's no problem. Hi, Deb. Good to see you. I recognize your icon. How are you, Deb? You are new. Well, welcome. Welcome. And thank you so much for your subscription. Do you mind if I refer to you by your first name? It just feels a little more intimate that way. And I do find that my readings give me a little more I get a little more clarity when I use people's actual names. Yes, no, I had to look a little closer. Yeah. Okay, Jackie, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you very much. And Jackie, what is your astrological sign? Something happened today that left me feeling disappointed with my love interest, Manny. I'd like to know how to move forward with him. Like, do I give up or is he going to come forward? Okay. And what is Manny's sign? You're a Leo and he is an Aries. Okay. I had a feeling you were a Leo with the Sun card in your username. I know it's not the Leo card, but you are ruled by the sun, so angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny, if at all? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. How should Jackie move forward with Manny? Three of Swords reversed. The Magician reversed. Six of Swords. Justice reversed. And Ace of Swords reversed. Okay. Yeah, girl. You don't have to tell me what happened between you and him, but you said the words feeling disappointed. I was running some errands earlier, getting this nail fixed. It was broken. And as I was driving home, I was thinking about a friend of mine, and she told me, at the end of the day, I'm just disappointed. That's really all it boils down to. And when she mentioned the word disappointment, the Three of Swords came in my head. Heartache, disappointment, results not turning out the way that we had anticipated, usually in matters of the heart. And when I see it reversed, this is a signifier to heal from spirit. This is spirit saying, "Hey, girl, he's disappointed you." I don't want to I don't want to go so far as to say that he's broken your heart. I don't know how deep things got between the two of you. But he did leave you in a state of disappointment, and it's no longer worth putting your energies in here with this Magician reverse. It's no longer worth, the situation is no longer worth you expending your emotional energy, the cup, with your intellectual energy, with your sword, your energy, period, in general, with your wands, and whatever money we're spending, to look nice for him, to see him, I'm sure he treated you. Let's hope he did. But we do expend financial means when we're interested in someone oftentimes. He was not just to you. Again, you don't have to tell me what he did or what he said. But whatever it was not fair. It was the opposite of what just is, or what kind is. And I don't think there's anywhere to go from here, sadly, with this Ace of Swords reversed, and especially with this Six of Swords right in the center. Six of Swords is getting in your boat and moving to calmer waters, moving away from someone or something that is no longer serving your higher self, your highest self. Someone who has essentially disappointed you. And Spirit is also saying that it's not worth even speaking to him with this Ace of Swords reverse. And this is a lot for me to say. I know I'm normally, yes, the Six of Swords is the move on card. Yeah, 100%. And I had a feeling Spirit would say that, and that's a really difficult message for me to say, because I'm an optimist. Thank you very much, Deb. I am an optimist, but I'm a realistic optimist at the same time, and I will never lie to anyone. I will never pull cards for someone and say, oh, well, there's still a shred of hope. But in this case, Spirit is saying that it is just in your best interest to move on. There very well might be a tiny shred of hope. I was expecting him to show up somewhere and he didn't. Yeah, exactly. I'm not seeing an emperor anywhere. I'm not seeing a king anywhere. I'm not seeing even a knight, nor a page. And you just deserve a lot better. You deserve a lot better than that. And Spirit is saying, get in your boat and move on. And this is usually from a place of hurt, of frustration, of dissatisfaction, disappointment. And Spirit is saying that you have every right to be disappointed here, and you have every right to just move on. And of course, that's your decision. I can't tell you what to do. Spirit can't tell you what to do. I'm not the boss of you. But if I had been going through a similar situation and asked a similar question and got those cards, I would definitely see that as a signal to move on. I never like to say something is totally impossible. Like I said, there still might very well be a shred of hope here, but I hear it in terms of your greatest good, your highest self. I don't see him falling into place there. I'm not getting a vision of him. I'm just not getting a vision of him. I feel like I know there's another man out there for you, who would not put you in that Three of Swords position. And that's a hard decision to make. I don't even know how long the two of you have been seeing one another. But regardless, of whether it's been a week or a year, it's always a hard decision to make. I understand. So I will leave that with you, Miss Jackie. Thank you very much again for being here, for your subscription. I'm so sorry for what you went through. Oh, you donated for another mini? Then let's just keeping on, because yeah, you can donate for up to 20 cards per turn. So I'm gonna add you again here. No problem. Thank you. Thank you so much, doll. You're all good. So make sure I just type this correctly. Okay, and go ahead and add my step. Thank you, hun. Thank you very much. I just want to have this be clear for me so I can't convince myself otherwise. I know that feeling. Oh, wow. Am I familiar with that feeling? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, sometimes we um, I don't like using the term delulu or delusional or terms like that, but we can our emotions can oftentimes manipulate our actions. I hear you. Yeah. Is there a future for me and Manny? Like, should I give it another chance? Okay, is there any future? Any future between Manny and Jackie? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there any future between Jackie and Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there any future at all between Jackie and Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there any future at all between Jackie and Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there any future at all between Jackie and Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there any future at all between Jackie and Manny? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is there any future at all between Jackie and Manny? Masters and Spirit Guides, is there any future at all between Jackie and Manny? Masters and Spirit Guides, is there any future at all between Jackie and Manny? Masters and Spirit Guides, is there any future at all between Jackie and Manny? Masters and Spirit Guides, is there any future between Jackie and Manny? It wasn't a big thing, but it did upset me greatly. We didn't talk about this, so I'm trying to be fair as well as standing up for myself. Yeah. Yeah, it was enough to bother you to this point. It was enough to, like, whatever it was enough to bother you to this point. I don't know how egregious, or how, like, yeah, how egregiously terrible his actions or inactions were, but it was enough to make you feel this way. Nine of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Swords reversed, Four of Pentacles, and the World. I'm sorry, Jackie. It does not look good. Spirit is saying, we'll start here with this Eight of Swords reversed. Spirit is saying that you've got to break free from his binds, because they're not going to serve your higher self. I don't know what you're looking for ultimately in love, or with him. But they're saying that whatever was cultivated with this Nine of Pentacles reversed, there's nothing more to cultivate here. If you were to go back to him, because they see that you are clinging on, to some kind of hope here, some kind of shred of hope. They do see that, but if you were, you would get breadcrumbs. You get nothing but breadcrumbs. That's what I meant by, if you want, yeah, you can still talk to him. I'm sure there's some space where you can keep him in your life, but it's going to be breadcrumbs. It's going to be nothing but breadcrumbs. It's not going to be the full loaf at all, and it never will be. And he should make that clear to you. If you're willing to accept very, very little, then sure. But Spirit is saying that that's not what you deserve, and that's not what you ultimately want. This Eight of Swords reversed, Knight of Pentacles reversed, Nine and Knight of Pentacles reversed, because he's not going to put in the work. It's going to be all you, and a non-reciprocal connection is never going to work. It has to be both people. Yeah, with the World upright, saying that things have come to a close, you would be constantly chasing some kind of excitement from the past, or some kind of feeling from the past that you may never end up getting. You very well will never end up getting with this guy, because it will be breadcrumbs as opposed to, I'm not saying that you had the whole loaf in the past, but I don't think he breadcrumbed. I don't think he was as withholding as he would be if you were to continue forward here, if that makes sense. But Spirit is saying that if you were to hold on, you get very little in return, if anything, and there would be no growth. They're saying it would really be in your best interest to set yourself free. And this isn't something that if I see it, I'll say it. This isn't something that I see super often, but when I do, I'll say it. I'm not gonna withhold it. I always disclose what I see. Um, and they seem your spirit guides and your angels seem very adamant, very very vehement about um, you moving away from this guy and dropping him. Um, the reasons that you have for holding on to him are just not strong. They don't see them as strong enough. Like, again, I have no idea all the details between you and him. But they don't see the reasons between you and him. They don't see them growing, and they don't see them being worth it in terms of your energy, your time, your emotions. You'll never end up getting what you want from this guy, unfortunately. So it's not like I'm not saying that if you were to speak to him that he would stop talking to you or anything like that. But if you were to continue speaking to him, there would be more disappointments, another one after another one. And it's difficult to discuss those things when they do affect us. I'm sure if you did, I think you said that you didn't really talk about it, like how it upset you. You said it wasn't a big thing, but it did upset you greatly. To that, I say it was a big thing. If it upset you to that extent, then he was not being he was not regarding your true sensitivity and your true emotions for him. He may be unaware of them. That is something to take into consideration. I don't know how transparent you've been with him about your feelings towards him at the end of the day. He may think that you're kind of not super into him for all we know. But I something tells me that's not the case. Something tells me that, he does have an awareness. He doesn't know so you haven't told him. You haven't told him what your feelings are towards him, but do you think that he's noticed it in other ways, like actions towards him, or like I would imagine that you always do show up for him. If he were to call, you'd answer. When you guys text, you text back. You definitely respond to him is my guess. That's just a guess. Maybe sharing your feelings with him could be beneficial here. He could be unaware of what your feelings are towards him. But that's also not a guarantee that he is going to either reciprocate them or like crushes. Yeah, I understand that. But it sounds like you're also at a point where you're both adults and you kind of need to discuss things past that Page of Cups kind of space, the crush space. And perhaps that will be advantageous for you, Jackie, if you do express how you feel, if you do communicate with him how you do indeed feel. I can't guarantee that it's going to be the tonic for this connection. But communication is really, really key. And so long as you're not afraid to express yourself, I thought he would be at this event of his family's, and I'm friends with them, and he didn't come. And I had my hopes up to see him, and I was disappointed. Have you asked him why he wasn't there at all? Because maybe it's not that deep, but the energy that I'm seeing from spirit is that in the long run, this guy's not serving your higher self. But it could just be a case of communication will be key here. And I think that's a valid reason to be disappointed. And don't get mad at him. I have no doubt that you won't get mad at him. Just approach it, calmly, and which might be hard at this time. Wait until you've cooled down a bit. Approach it to him calmly. Hey, I just want to like get more intel on like why that happened, because I thought you were gonna be there, and I'm gonna be honest, like I thought you were gonna be there. I'm gonna let the others go ahead, but I do want to ask one more question. You can go ahead and ask one more question. That's not a problem. You still have another 10 cards, so you're all good. Thank you so much for your donation, Wendy. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and add you. Yeah, you can make another donation now if you want, Jackie. No problem. No problem. Dude, my cat just jumped behind me on my chair. Y'all making me think there's an earthquake up in here. Won't be doing that, dude. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Jackie communicates how she feels towards Manny, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirits. If Jackie communicates how she feels towards Manny, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Jackie communicates how she feels towards Manny, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Jackie communicates how she feels towards Manny, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Jackie communicates to Manny how she feels towards him, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirits. If Jackie communicates to Manny how she feels towards him, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Jackie communicates to Manny how she feels towards him, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Jackie communicates to Manny how she feels about him, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Jackie communicates to Manny how she feels about him, will that change anything? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. If Jackie communicates to Manny how she feels about him, will that change anything? We have Seven of Cups reversed, Three of Swords, Temperance, the Tower reversed, and the Chariot reversed. Damn, girl. These are your spirit guides. These are really your spirit guides, love. I think you might have said the word delusional earlier. I think he does know that you're into him, love. I think he knows that you're into him. I think he is aware of it. Spirit is saying it's, shoot your shot, sure, with this Temperance card, it's you, because you may end up regretting it if you don't say anything. But you mentioned the word delusional earlier, and I don't like using that word, but Seven of Cups reversed is seeing someone for something that they're not going to serve you at in the way that you want them to in your life. He's not going to serve you the way that you want him to in your life. And again, I don't know what you're looking for. If you're looking for a husband, if you're just looking for a long-term relationship, or if you're just looking for something short-term, I don't know. But I'm seeing right here, Three of Swords, heartache, disappointment, deception, frustration, broken heart, straight up and down. Spirit is saying that it's not going to change anything. The Tower would be a massive change if this was upright. Also, the Chariot, you guys would be moving, it would move things forward. If you were to, ideally, if this wasn't reversed, yes, it would move things forward. I think he is aware. I think he is aware of the fact that you like him. I do. I do think he is. I think he's definitely in touch energetically there. It is really unfortunate. I'm really, really sorry. I really, I've been in a similar situation, and I've gotten similar, and even now that I'm thinking about that situation, that's sounding like this one. I would get similar answers when I would go to tarot readers, and it was very, very hard to believe. But now that time has passed, I am able to look back and see, oh, now I see what they were warning me about. Now I see. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. It's unfortunate the fact that he already knows, and there's still this very just lackluster energy from him. And again, I'm not saying that he would stop talking to you, but that Three of Swords frightens me. I'll be honest. The Three of Swords always scares me. That's heartache, pure and simple. And we've seen it come up twice now. And I really think that there may be quite a bit that I don't want to say that you don't know about him, but I think there's quite a bit that he conceals in terms of his capacity for emotions and where he stands there. Yeah, you can do another 5 cards. You can donate for another 5 cards. Yeah, no problem. And thank you so much. Thank you very much, Jackie. Oh wait, this is peculiar. Um, I'm only showing that, so we've done 3 questions for you now. And it's only showing that you donated for 3 questions. I can send you the email, and I can also show you my Venmo. But it's only showing for 3, and I know we just answered 3 questions. I think one of them didn't go through, love. And I'm more than happy to forward you the do I have a different love interest? I've had that energy pop recently as well. Thank you very much. We got it now. We got it now. Okay, it came through. Thank you very, very much, Jackie. Yeah, let's see what's new. Let's see what's coming in the new space here. You're all good. Thank you so much, Jackie. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? A new love interest. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Does Jackie have a different love interest coming in? So we have 8 of Wands, King of Swords reversed, 3 of Pentacles, the Sun, girl, the Sun card, and the High Priestess reversed. My answer is absolutely yes, especially with this 8 of Wands. This is a new person or a new situation coming into your life. And this new person is going to be, I'm guessing that you want marriage. I'm guessing that you want the whole shebang. And 3 of Pentacles is improvements underway. King of Swords reversed is cutting someone out of your life, girl. That's what this is. Setting yourself free, very similar to that 8 of Swords reversed. My answer is yes, and I'm not just saying. I would never just say anything to make you feel better. That's not how I read. That's not my style. This looks very, very good. I don't know how you met Manny, but meeting people is definitely a process. That's for sure. You might even, I mean, I never suggest, you know, inner career, inner work romances. But you might even meet this person through work in some capacity with this Three of Pentacles. You met them through a friend. Okay, probably. Okay, interesting. Um, yeah, no, I definitely see someone new coming in. Um, and you may have to kind of like, and I'm not saying by put yourself out there, like go on dating apps or anything like that if that's not something you're comfortable with, but letting people know that you are available, you know, that you're, and which would, you know, invariably mean that you know, decide to move away from Manny. But that's what Spirit was saying with that Eight of Swords reverse, is that moving away from Manny, getting out of this Manny situation is going to set you free. This King of Swords reverse, the High Priestess reverse, it's going to set you on a course for much better opportunities. Um, Much better opportunities that are definitely going, and by opportunities I mean a guy. I mean a man, a great man, gentleman opportunity, who's going to come into your life. And this Sun card, you know, the Sun card just came out, and that's what I'm guessing you want. Marriage and possibly a child, the bright happy future, you know, and you deserve that as well. You absolutely deserve that. I don't feel like Manny's on board with that. I'm guessing that's not something you guys have talked about, but I feel like even if you did, you wouldn't be on board with that. Um, but I definitely see someone new on the horizon for sure, and I feel like that's why Spirit is trying to divert you and get you away from Manny, because they want to set you on course for this great guy. You are very welcome. You're so welcome, Jackie. Thank you, love. And thank you so much again for joining the channel. Let me know how things go. Let me know, you know, whatever you decide to do, if you want to. And I wish you all the very best, no matter what you decide to do, going from here. Okay. Thank you so much. Miss Harley. Harley, thank you for your donation, Harley. Um, Harley, were you interested in, so did you want a 15 card reading, Harley? May I have an extended reading? My question is, what is Divine Spirit trying to show me that I'm just not getting? You got it. Okay. Sorry, and just give me one second. All right, you got it. An extended reading. My question is, what is Divine Spirit trying to show me that I'm just not getting? Okay. Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? Dreams, messages, and spirit guides. What is Divine Spirit trying to show Harley that she isn't getting? 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles reversed, 2 of Wands reversed, 2 of Swords reversed, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups reversed, 3 of Cups reversed, 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords reversed, Judgment reversed, the High Priestess reversed, Knight of Swords reversed, King of Cups reversed, 4 of Swords reversed, and Strength. Wow, it's a lot of reversals. We're getting a lot of reversals tonight. I don't know what's up, y'all, but I guess it's just the energy of the times right now. So what is Spirit trying to tell you that you're just not getting? Well, we've got this High Priestess reversed here. And the High Priestess is all about listening to our intuition and our connection to our intuition. And if we do have it reversed, that could be a signifier that you're not entirely in touch with what Spirit is trying to convey to you, but I just don't feel like that's entirely true. I know you have a strong sense of intuition. I've picked up on this before. We've got both this 10 of Pentacles and this 5 of Cups reversed. 10 of Pentacles is ultimate happiness and contentment. Money contentment, money satisfaction, but not just money satisfaction, also within the family as well. Complete and total satisfaction across the board. Not feeling like you're at a lack of anything with this 5 of Cups reversed. We've got a lot of, like money stuff, money stuff and beyond here. Do we have the 3 of Wands here anywhere? No, we have the 2 of Wands. I was going to say patience is of the element, patience is of the essence here in terms of what they're trying to convey to you, Harley. The good things and the blessings that are coming into your life are not going to happen overnight. They are going to take some time, especially in the finance department with this Ace of Pentacles reversed. If you're looking to either build not just finance, it could also be within the career realm as well. You may also have some friends around you that are not serving your higher self and your highest purpose with this 3 of Cups reversed. And I am hearing a message that, I mean, and to this I say who doesn't, but you often fixate on things that are not what you need to be worried about at this time. Things that you worry about, things that you shouldn't worry about at this time. This Knight of Swords reverse, there's a lot of excess mental energy. Patience is of the essence with this Two of Wands reversed. Like I said, I'll repeat it, the blessings, the good things that are coming into your life. Nothing good ever comes quickly or easily in this life. It takes time, takes accumulation, and it will present itself in your life. But, maintain your stamina, maintain your will, maintain your faith, of course, which I didn't doubt, but maintaining your faith in the universe, in divine spirit. King of Cups reverse, bearing in mind that the tides are constantly in flux. There's times when things are incredibly rocky and turbulent, and there are times where things are pretty easy breezy. And the wisdom of the King of Cups is knowing that fluctuation and being aware of that fluctuation. Yeah, this Two of Swords reversed, Ten of Swords reversed, and Four of Swords reversed. It's like, yeah, you're not fully seeing what they are trying to convey to you. And it is causing some distress in your life with this Ten of Swords reversed. But with this Four of Swords reversed, I'm hearing that they're saying, I don't know if you practice meditation, and if you do, I don't know what type of meditation, but some type of meditation, even if it's just like dance and movement or music, but some kind of meditation that allows you to stay in the present moment while still assessing the future and the past concisely. This Four of Swords reversed. Five of Pentacles, yeah, there's going to be delays in the wonderful blessings that are coming towards you and coming to you in this life with this Five of Pentacles. And the lovely thing is that this Ten of Pentacles gift that's going to, this blessing that's going to be presenting itself in your life and manifesting itself in your life is going to be well worth the wait, well worth the delay. And with this Judgment reverse card, yeah, it is going to take time, but it's going to be well worth it. And you have all of the strength in the world. We've got the Strength card, Nine of Wands here. You have all the fortitude and all the strength in the world to continue forth, in still believing that these blessings are coming your way, that you still have an inherent intuitive connection to spirit, to the divine spirit, to the universe. I think that you are getting a good idea of what the message is. I think this really hits home. Starry, you're a great. Oh, thank you, love. I've been trying to manifest a job in love. I've done sugar jars and just feel like I've been waiting a long time. Now, I don't know what sugar jars are. Is that some type of spell work, I'm imagining? Yeah, and that's the girl, and that's the thing. Like, this Ten of Pentacles is not just about money. Like I said, it's about love too. It's about love and money. That feeling like you have no need for anything. I'm trying to not lose faith and also not start making reckless choices because I'm impatient. I hear you there 100%, love. I totally hear you. Yeah. Yeah. My faith has been tested for sure throughout my life, and it's usually at times when I'm not seeing results or when certain messages that I get are just very, very negative. And but then in retrospect, I'll remember those negative messages, and I'll be like, oh, those were just warnings, and I I just should have heeded them, you know. Yeah, some people call them sweetening jars. Some people use honey. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I don't do spell work myself. But that sounds innocent enough. That sounds very interesting. I definitely want to look into that. Um, but yeah, it's all about this Two of Wands reversed girl. It's all about patience. Patience is of the essence. I use honey and sugar jars when I have a specific person in mind. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, yeah, like attracting flies. Really, yeah. You're rather than casting a wide net. Okay, yeah, interesting, interesting. Yeah, when there's one particular person. I hear you. I hear you. Very cool. Yeah, I've got to look into that. Well, thank you so much, Harley. I really appreciate you, love. And I really hope that I brought you some clarity there. Yeah, just a little bit more time. Just a little bit more time. What's going on here? You're so welcome, Harley. Thank you, love. Thank you very much. Miss Deb, thank you so much for your donation, love. Please go ahead and post your question. Thank you. All right, and you are here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you, Deb. Is CB really trying to meet just for business reasons? He's tried to meet up and wanted me to come see him in a couple of times. And wanted me to come see him a couple of times this month and last month. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB really trying to meet Deb just for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB really just trying to meet Deb for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB just trying to meet up with Deb just for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB just trying to meet up with Deb for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB just trying to meet up with Deb for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB just trying to meet up with Deb for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB just trying to meet up with Deb for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB just trying to meet up with Deb for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB just trying to meet up with Deb for business reasons? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. Is CB just trying to meet up with Deb for business reasons? The Devil reversed. Three of Cups reversed. King of Wands. The Empress. and Temperance, that would be a no for me. I definitely feel like this is an excuse to talk to you for other reasons. Um, I think he does want to do business with you. I'll actually say that, Deb. Um, I do believe that he does want to do business with you. But I think the reason why he wants to do business with you is because he's very, very attracted to you. And he wants something more from you. I mean, look at this King of Wands next to the Empress right here. Yeah, he definitely wants to share more of himself with you in terms of his energy, his time, etc., his interests. Um, yeah, Devil reversed, Three of Cups reversed. He definitely wants he's the same one in the past that caused hurt though. Then I wouldn't move forward with him, love, in December. Yeah, no, I wouldn't move if that's the case, hun. I would definitely have an eyebrow raised and I wouldn't move forward with this guy. Um if that's the case. Because I know there's been a couple of guys, few guys that have done you dirty in the not so recent past, and it's just not right. You had that ex that insulted me and saying, "Oh, that's okay." I was gonna say, which jerk is this? I don't like to name names. I'm sorry, but which guy is this? Okay, which bad behaving guy is this? Yeah, no, he's definitely wanting something more, girl. With this Three of Cups reversed, Devil reversed, yeah. So if that's if that's something that you want to avoid, um, getting into anything more with him, I would definitely stay away. Um, yeah, I'm not. He's into you. He's into you. That's what tipped me off. And it ticked me off. It ticked and tipped me off. No, but that's what gave me a big, and this King of Wands. I'm just like, oh damn, yeah, no, it's very clear that he sees the divine feminine in you, and wants to embrace that somehow, be a part of that somehow. He's still chasing after you all these months later. Um, you're still on his mind. It's funny how that happens. It's funny and it's also irritating, I understand. Yeah. Yeah. He shows it in weird ways. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah, definitely wanting to test more like further waters with you with this Temperance card, beyond work. So this is an executive decision of the executive order of Miss Deb. This is something you've got to really meditate on, think about, girl. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you've already made up your decision. Like, if he wants something more than just doing business with me, then I'm not into it. I'm drawing a firm boundary. I'm not into it. But if this is someone who you could see maybe improving themselves in some way, then go, at the end of the day, I wish you all the best, whatever decision you make. You're, yeah, that's how karma is, I guess. Saying he didn't care about me and didn't want me. Yeah, like, I remember that. I remember that, and I was just thinking, like, what is this guy doing? Like, is he, like, special or something? Like, I'm not being ableist or anything, but, like, really, does he, like, not know, like, or is he, like, I use narcissistic personality disorder a little too much. But yeah, it calls into question, like, does he have a personality disorder? Like, that's very peculiar, you know. Now he's the one that has to keep pursuing me. Yeah, yeah. And isn't it funny how that happens? Isn't it funny how that happens? It's like once you stop pursuing them or have any desire to pursue them, they come out of the woodwork. And not just, and he's not just coming out of the woodwork here though, girl. He's coming out of the woodwork and he's being facetious about his intentions. He's saying that he wants, your connection to strictly be a work connection. That's not true. That's simply a lie. I wouldn't have seen the King of Wands. I wouldn't have seen the Emperor. I wouldn't have seen all those damn cards if that was the truth. He's not being honest about where he wants us to go, and he wasn't smart about it in the past. So it's just like, what? Yeah, he has narc traits. We discussed that, and you said, okay, yeah. I'm trying to pull away until I get my MFT. I'm trying to pull away from saying that people are narcissists or that they have narc traits. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's pretty rife out there. You know, you see them, and it's really hard. It's like looking at someone with like a huge ass bruise on them and being like, is that a bruise or not? It's like it's sometimes it's just as plain as day. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not here to diagnose. It's not what I'm here for. In fact, someone left me a really nasty, I don't know who the F they were, but someone left me a nasty effing comment back in like February that I didn't even see for months. And it was just like all y'all tarot readers out here trying to act like you're therapists when you're not even licensed, blah 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 blah. And I hear that. I hear that. But to that I say, actually be a part of my channel, because this person that left that comment, I've never seen them before. I've never read for them. I don't know them. Like, don't come on my channel. I'm guessing they're a fellow tarot reader, and it's just trying to put down on my channel. But yeah, no, that kind of pissed me off. But you don't piss me off. I adore you. I adore you, Miss Deb. Yeah, no, we've definitely discussed that. And it's something to for sure keep in mind here, and just to process, you know, where does Deb want to go moving forward here with him. Much love and light. Yeah, he's still making sexual jokes, and I asked why did. Oh yeah, no. If dudes are making sexual jokes, they're not in it for the money. They're not in it for the money. They're in it for something else that rhymes with I'm not even gonna say it. But anyway, do you annoy me? Oh hell no, no, you don't annoy me at all, girl. You're one of my faves. I mean, I like, yeah. You always crack me up. You're always delightful. You don't need a degree to give valid help and advice. I agree with that. I agree with you too in the Garden Tarot. But there are some people, sadly, who do really value that extra accreditation. The next moment he says he misses me. Yeah, he's all over the place, this guy. He is all over the place, and you don't need that, you know? You need transparency, you need consistency, you need consistent communication, you know? Um, and yeah, and if he's making sexual jokes, guaranteed, like, I've never worked with a man. I've never been friends with a heterosexual man, which I'm sorry, I have. I've been friends with many heterosexual men, and it's been totally platonic. I've worked with many heterosexual men, and it's been totally platonic. And if they did make a sexual joke, that was like totally like not part of something we were talking about or something on TV, that's a bad sign. That's not a good sign, you know? Like if you're watching a movie with a dude friend, and like there's a sex joke and you guys both laugh at it, that's different. You know, like I that happens with me and my dude friends all the time. But like making sexual comments, that's definitely like he's saying he's got his eye on you. Totally, totally. Yeah. And I am gonna study. I am. I really love school, and I really want to go back, and my friend is an LSW, and she's loving what she's doing, and yeah, it's tough out here. It's just tough out here. There's a lot of people who yeah want that little sign of accreditation. I was talking to actually a fellow tarot reader. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Plucky Little Poppet. She is a great tarot reader. I love her channel. Very small channel, but she's been like a part of my channel for years. And I was on her channel. She gave me a great reading a couple weeks ago, and she's looking to get accreditation in tarot reading. She feels that she needs more accreditation in tarot reading. I'm like, girl, there's no. I mean, except here in Berkeley, I know we have like the Psychic Institute Center, where you can I think you can get like maybe some accreditation in tarot reading, but I was like, I don't know if that's the right place to get it. I think tarot readers, you know, we keep this out of academia. You know, as much as I love academia, I think it should stay out of academia. His jokes are pertaining to being with me in the past. Okay, there you go. But if he just sees us as a fling, why are the cards like Empress and Ace of Cups? No, Ace of Cups didn't come out. No, but the Empress came out, and the King of Wands. It was the Empress and the King of Wands. That's very sexual energy. Very, very sexual. That King of Wands especially, very sexual energy. And the Empress is too. The divine feminine sexual energy. So, you know, I think he's still got, yeah, I think he's still, oh, someone else pulled the Ace of Cups. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, and it's kind of like I was, another cup cards, it's kind of like I was, what I was saying to someone earlier, you know, he very well could have some stronger feelings for you than I'm picking up here beyond the sexual. He very well could, Miss Dev. But, like, in as much as he's able to have those feelings, they could be very, very shallow. He could just be emotionally very shallow, you know, and that's kind of, it's kind of the vibe I'm getting is like, yeah, he does have feelings for you, but in as much as he's able to, you know. He burned the bridge either way. Seriously, seriously, he burned the bridge. Damn, serious. His behavior was ridiculous. He should have known better. You don't know that. He should know that. Anyway. Thank you so much again, Ms. Deb. Much love and light to you, and I wish you all the best, no matter what direction you go. I just think it's hilarious. I'll never trust him again. Yeah, and how are you supposed to even work with someone who you don't trust? You know what I mean? Like, he wants a working relationship with you, well, you can't even trust him. It's absurd. Miss Wendy, you're so welcome. You are so very welcome, Deb. Thank you, hon. Miss Wendy, thank you for your donation, love. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Ooh, let's see. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like in a romantic partner? As a romantic partner. Thanks, Masters and Spirits. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. What is Ivan like as a romantic partner? King of Cups, Page of Swords, Death, Two of Pentacles, and the Hermit reversed. Oh, wow. I know we're not seeing a whole lot of cups here, but we got all the cups we need with this King of Cups. This is I mean, you know, I know that men mature at totally different rates. I've seen men, I've met men who, you know, talking to them, you'd think that they were 22, but they're actually 50. This is a very emotionally mature man. And he's very interested in getting to know who you are. Whoever his partner is, he wants to get to know who they are. Not in a snooping kind of way. He's not gonna, he's very respectful of that. We all do our own type of digital stalking, you know. I try my very best not to. But I think it's impossible for people not to these days. But he is very respectful about doing his best not to do that. He really looks for like a fresh start. Like he's very unlike most other partners. I that sounds corny. I know it may sound corny, but that's really what I'm seeing. But what I'm loving so much here, you know, him being as busy as he is and as in demand as he has room to fit his beloved into his life with this Two of Pentacles. So he is a wonderful partner. He is not self-sabotaging. Yeah, like someone we know. Yeah, we know a few people who are a bit self-sabotaging, don't we? Yeah, no, I'm not seeing that at all here. I'm seeing a very solid, stable guy. I mean, you mentioned that he's also really, really physically fit. Mind, body, totally connected. I think that his mind is very, very clear. Um, and I don't, ew, isn't that what Scientologists use? Clear? No, his mind is very, very on his side. He he travels all the time, so I was worried about him being chaotic and unbalanced. Me too. Me too. I actually kind of was myself, but no, he's very, very balanced, and I think for people, who are used to having to travel a lot, and he's an immigrant as well. He traveled to live here and work here. You have to find that balance. You have to have that flexibility in your life in order to entertain love. um, but yeah, no, this looks great, love. This looks really, really good. This looks like what we've been looking for Miss Wendy. Love this Two of Pentacles balance here. Mwah. Chef's kiss. No, this is really, really good, love. I really like this. Um, I was concerned about the fact that, yeah, he is so in demand and he travels all the time. Like, does he have any space for a romantic partner in his life? I did think about that. I'm like, and he's of a certain age. He's not an old man by any means. But he is of a certain age where it's like, yeah, absolutely, hun, absolutely, no problem, no problem. But it just made me wonder, I hate asking this question, like, why is this person single? Because it's the most messed up question. Like, I'm single, you're single. It's like, we've got many answers for that. It's like, I chose to be single. You know what I mean? Just like you've chosen to be single. I kind of feel like that's where he's at too. Like, he's chosen to be single for a little bit. And I think he might be ready to start not being so. But yeah, totally, girl. No problem. Oh, thank you, BB. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. I've been curious about his personal life because he's always traveling for work. It seems so energetic. Yeah, yeah. Well, you've got to maintain that energy. He's found some way to maintain that equilibrium. That's so necessary. I'm really curious too, hun. I'm really curious. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance and love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance and love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance and love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance and love? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance? Angels, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance? Angels, and spirit guides. What is Ivan looking for in romance and love? Wow, the sun. Death again. This guy's got to be a Scorpio. 10 of Wands. 5 of Wands reversed. Holy crap. And 10 of Pentacles. Holy crap. He's looking for the big, he's looking for the big kahuna, hun. He's looking for a family. I don't know if he's ever had a family. Do you know? I'm wondering if he's ever had a family. But the Sun, he's looking for marriage, happiness, and bright prospects. These cards actually have little definitions on them. Ten of Pentacles, money contentment, signing of money agreement. But nay, Ten of Pentacles, do you see the art on here? This is the husband, the wife, the father-in-law, the two doggies. There's usually children running around as well. My coworker said she's never heard of him talk about family. Yeah, I really don't think he has a family. I think he wants a fan bam. I think that's what he wants. Holy crap. Girl, I think this is, I'm not trying to, boost things too much. We gotta, pull in the reins when we're putting ourselves out there, like I talked about earlier. But damn, I really like this. He's looking for a total transformation of his life. This death card showed up twice. This gives me much better clarity on what this meant in the last reading. He wants someone to share his burdens with, and conversely share their burdens with him. Their external conflicts, like, lay it all on me, honey. Like, what went on today? Let's talk about it. And especially the fact that the two of you work together. I know I always say that's problematic, and I stand by that, especially when there is a power imbalance. But he's so deeply invested in his work, it's almost like, how could anybody understand anything else? Is how he sees it. Does that make sense? But he's looking for a fam. Yeah. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting here. Wow. My goodness. Very interesting. I don't work with him directly. I work with Samuel, who's his direct hire. Okay. Okay. So you guys work together indirectly. Okay. That's definitely advantageous there for sure. But wow, yeah, the Sun, the Ten of Pentacles. If I were to ask about anybody, like, hopefully I liked them, and I were to ask about them and this came up, I'd be like, okay. Samuel's your middle person now. Isn't that so ironic? Don't you think? It's like ring on your wedding day. It totally is. That is so ironic that Samuel is your middle person. Holy crap. Well, Samuel is also an opportunity waster. Hi, the Heart Sense. You just did. Well, thank you so much for your donation, love. Thank you, thank you. Please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you very much. Let's ring the bell. You are so welcome, Wendy. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. This looks really good. I'm really loving this energy a lot. A lot. And the Heart Sense, thank you again for your donation. Lynn, that was your name. Thank you so much. Who is coming next in love for me? I'm single and not dating anyone. Okay, so the way I can answer that question for you, Miss Lynn, is I can describe what that person is going to be. I can't tell you what their name is. I can hopefully tell you where you will meet them, or where you need to meet them, where you need to put yourself in order to meet them, or yeah. So we're gonna see what this person is like, your next person. And Lynn, what is your sign, hun? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Who is coming next in love towards Lynn? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please describe who is coming next in love towards Lynn. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please describe who is coming next in love towards Lynn. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please describe who is coming next in love towards Lynn. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please describe who is coming next in love towards Lynn. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, please describe who is coming next in love towards Lynn. Mixed masters and spirit guides, please describe who is coming next and love towards them. Mixed masters and spirit guides, please describe who is coming next towards land and love. Mixed masters and spirit guides, please describe who is coming next towards land and love. Mixed masters and spirit guides, please describe who is coming next towards land and love. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, the Hierophant, the World reversed, and Queen of Cups. Interesting. Okay. Now this is something that I don't normally see. And I'm afraid that you're going to say to me, there's no exes in my life that I would ever date ever again. But I'm seeing someone from your past coming back into your life. The World reversed here. This is someone who held a cup of love for you in the past, may have dropped it. That's not cool. But they've regained that cup. Yeah. And now that I think about it, that's normally actually what people want to hear, is there's someone from their past coming back. But so I don't know if there's anyone you still hold a torch for in your past. But whatever brought it to an end, it hasn't come to a complete end. And they're gonna try and apologize for their behavior. They're going to not try to apologize for their behavior. They're going to genuinely apologize for their behavior, whatever it was, or whatever their lack of behavior was, or communication, or lack of communication, whatever the case was here. I'm not getting any signs. I normally get astrological signs, and I'm not picking up any astrological signs here. However, I am seeing this resulting in something very serious. That's what's really fascinating to me here with the Hierophant right here. This is a marriage card. This is a government body. And with this Eight of Swords, this is someone who you will be tied to inextricably. The old ball and chain, right? Being bound to someone. This is someone, I feel, yeah, definitely someone from your past coming back, but don't fear, because they've done a full 360. And I think this World reverse card also speaks volumes to that too. Things doing a complete 360. He's done a lot of changing. He's definitely transformed in a big way. He's reassessed what your value is to him. And it's very high. It's very high. I've been single for many years, so I'm just surprised it's coming out like that. Yeah. So I'm wondering how long ago this person is too. But it's someone, and on it, to be honest, it could be someone who you didn't actually get to date. It could have been someone who the two of you were flirting, were trying to get something off the ground, but it never did. But I definitely see someone from the past returning. Yeah, I've been single for many years myself too, and if someone were to tell me this, I'd be like, wait, what? Like, who? Like, I would really have to like look back in my inventory of exes and see, like, wait, who could it possibly be? And sometimes we do find people where it's just like, oh yeah, no, that kind of never came to a close. There was never any real closure there. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, where it's like when you hear the news and it's kind of confounding. It's like, wait, what? But the good news is that whoever this person was, you're probably not going to think of them, because they've changed just so much. They've changed so much. The person who it was in the past, they've completely changed. And I know a lot of people like to say, people don't change, and I do agree with the fact that there was one, I didn't get closure, so I had to give it to myself. Oh, okay, that is very interesting. Yeah. No, I was gonna say, a lot of people say like, you can't change anyone, and that I agree with. Any one person, we can't change another person, but do people change? Absolutely. Absolutely. People change all the time. We change every single day in little ways. That is my go-to saying as well. Yeah, yeah, no, people are constantly in flux, just like the world is constantly in flux. Because I don't give myself that false hope. Yeah, yeah. You're what I would like to call a realistic optimist. You keep that realism in mind, but um, hoping for the best is always great. I've never seen it. If you only hope for the best and don't take, you know, possible disappointments into consideration, that is problematic. But if you hope for the best, knowing that there could be possible disappointments, I think that's really the wisest way to go. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing someone from your past here, man, and I think it'll be a very pleasant surprise. Oh dear, I just dropped a crystal and I don't know where she went on the floor. Uh-oh. Where'd my crystal go? I don't even know which. Oh no. Yeah, I don't even know which crystal it was. Oh well, I'm gonna find that later. But anyway, um, yeah, no, that's very interesting. I'm very happy for you. That's very cool. Um, it can be confounding, confusing, but I think there's someone who's made a big change in his life, and wants to herald that change with you, wants to show you that change. So very interesting because yeah, I get similar questions. Who is my next person? What will they be like, etc. And oftentimes I get people who want to hear that it's their ex, and I tell them it's someone new, and it disappoints them. If I tell them it's their ex, sometimes it disappoints them. I don't I just say what I'm seeing in the cards and what I'm hearing from spirit, but I definitely feel like I believe, I know there's a great guy out there for you, and I think you've dealt with him. I definitely think you're familiar with each other, but at the same time, it's going to be like meeting an entirely new person. This guy's changed so much. Please, I was gonna say, please. I would love to be updated on this. Like, I'm a nosy new. I love to know how things progress, and yeah, no, please keep me updated. I would love to see how things progress here, and and I feel like it's gonna happen soon as well. I don't think this is because if Spirit can pick it up now, we're talking. I'd say within the next 3 months or so. So please, please, Miss Lynn, I would love that. I would love to stay updated. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you for your donation, love. Thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you. All right. So we are all through with donations here. Let's see. You too. You have a wonderful night as well, love. Thank you. So I'm going to do a last call for all donations. If you have a question, please let me know. I know I normally stay on for 2 hours minimum, but I was on a little bit earlier as well. And I just, I don't want to overextend myself. But I will also be on tomorrow. Just letting y'all know. I should be on tomorrow. I don't see why I wouldn't be on tomorrow. And yeah, but if anybody has any questions for the rest of the night, please let me know. Last call, everybody. Last call tonight for any and all donations. Thank you so much. What happens if I do this? Probably louder. Yeah, we had some audio issues earlier, but they have been rectified and fixed, and it is all good. Hi, Christine, Allie. Good to meet you. Or I think you're new here. No, I'm sorry, I don't do free readings. Sorry, love. No, no free yes or no. But come your birthday, I would love to give you a free reading. Everyone gets a free birthday reading. All right, last call, everybody, for any and all donations. All right, I'm going to call it a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you all so, so very much. Much love and light to you, and I will see you all again tomorrow.